Straight up to our top story, Maharashtra's real estate regulator came into effect on the 1st of May 2017. But so far, only 11 builders and 700 real estate agents have registered with RERA so far. That's what we are understanding. From the chairman of the regulator itself, Gautam Chatterjee, has told Mirror now that only 11 builders have registered so far. Real Estate Regulation Act will bring in transparency in the real estate sector and is expected to safeguard home buyers' rights. Now, while developers have 90 days to register with the regulator, that is until the 31st of July. Why is there a slow pace of registration? In fact, to answer that question, we have Pankaj Kapoor, the MD of Lysis for us, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Kapoor, first of all, tell us this. So far, only 11 builders have registered. Why do you think there is, a slow pace when it comes to registration?
Hard to say, but my own sense is that maybe, the initial inertia, because there's a lot of disclosures and although I was under the impression that not much of the disclosure will be made available to the public, but the data which is available to the public domain and asking a developer to share all the details, frankly speaking, is acting as a big inertia, because it is divulging a lot of things. Frankly speaking, not many people will be comfortable putting up these commitments upfront and sharing all the details. I think that could be the reason, and the teething problem, because people also are learning and they also want to know that whether the whole course of action is going to follow in this manner, and there may be a negotiations going on with or developers body may be trying to pursue the government not to really share the whole thing, whatever. And I think I was estimating or expecting that there will not be an initial rush, because it's not an incentive. It is something which is where people are going to be asked to be more transparent. In that sense, there would be inertia. So had it been incentive, a lot of people would have really jumped onto it. The way I see that, you will see the pace will pick up from next 2 months. And I was
point you've made there, Mr. Kapoor, saying that it could be because of the disclosures. Remember now, developers cannot afford to make any mistake before they register with RERA, of course. But also tell us, when we spoke to developers, they said that it is the paperwork that is holding up the entire process, and it's going to take some time. So do you believe the momentum picking up in over the next 1 month or so?
I do so, and because the reason market sentiment is also improving, there is a sales improving in the market, and and since builders have been forbidden to sell before they register the projects, then there would be questions that if they are delaying their own sales process. So I think that the pace will pick up in coming two months' time. Yeah.
Also, another question that we're asking here is the centre has said, of course, that of the states that don't have a regulator as yet, to not dilute the rules. So what do you make of Maharashtra's rules in particular?
My own sense is that now, after the final draft rule which has come in, except for the point 20, which indicates that the disclosure authority may not offer, I think, but what has come out in the website, they have probably revealed most of the things, and the details mentioned about the projects is really quite a lot, and which helps, like right from title encumbrances to title certificate to sold units and carpet areas and possession timelines and all those things, and initial dates and the final date of the possession. So if you look at all the things which a builder has been asked to really share to the public is quite good. Like, and so my own sense is Maharashtra bill, frankly speaking, is good enough. And I think they have kept all the stringent provision intact. So I would not say that it is any way below par than what central bill is.
Kapoor, thank you so much for joining us here on Mirror Now. Remember, 3 weeks of the real estate regulator that's been set up in Maharashtra, and only 11 builders have registered so far. 700 real estate agents have registered. Builders, of course, tell us that it is a paperwork that is holding up the entire process, and the regulator hopes that this will increase in a month or so, but we'll really have to see how this pans out. We'll get you more details and continue to track the story.